Hola mi amigos, arriba! It's fucking Bladdercast, and I'm being followed by the abominable snow men. They're coming for me, and I have to fight them. Like in that film, you know the film with the really long name about how they like fight Hitler and the abominable snowman and the werewolf and whatever the hell vampire. Killing vampire Hitler with the abominable snowman. Fucking something like that. The Nazi zombie films that were made in the Scandinavian countries. What's that? It's like is it Dead Snow? I think the first one was shit, but then people were saying the second one was like pretty damn funny. And I watched the second one up to a point, and there was a really funny moment where they were hiding in a kind of, I think like a World War II museum or something, and they had to pretend to be the mannequins, and that was kind of funny. But it's like the modern level of what Evil Dead 2 is. I remember being really scared of Evil Dead 1 when I was a kid, and I couldn't because I watched Fight Club and the first Evil Dead when I was a kid. And my mind could wrap around Fight Club because that's based in reality. But then Evil Dead was like, my mind was still, didn't fully know what I guess reality was. So I was afraid that if you went into the woods, you'd get fucked up by demons, by the unknown. And that was my childhood. Well, part of it anyway, being a little pussy who was scared. And if you're a little pussy who's scared, one day you'll grow out of it, or you won't, and you'll be weak. If any kids are watching this fucking shit, why? Don't fucking watch this. This has to be fucking 18 plus. Some of the fucking shit I say. Just for stupidity alone. Just wrong things that I say alone, and the self-deprecation on levels in which you wouldn't understand unless you had the same mental faculties as me. And apparently, I'm not even the smartest. Well, apparently, is there a correlation between like people who believe that they're geniuses and actually being idiots? I think there is. I'm not like one of the idiots who thinks they're a genius. I know how stupid I am, but like, I also know that I am smarter than certain people, like certain demographics. I don't know like the percentage, and then sometimes it can help and sometimes it doesn't, because you're talking to someone and they can get pissed off that you're smarter than them. They can get pissed off that you're dumber than them. They can just get pissed off that you're ruining their time. They want to go home and watch cartoons, or maybe they're watching cartoons in their head while they're talking to you. And you look into their eyes and you can literally do this right in their face. Hello, is anyone there? No. Or maybe you do that and they smack you and you're like, what the fuck you doing, boy? Maybe you go to another country and you do it to someone, and they start kicking you and berating you on the streets. And then you get put in jail, and they kill you. Like the kid in North Korea. He tried to steal something, they cracked his skull, they poisoned him, and they sent him back to America, and he died like weeks later or something like that. Yow! Oh boy, I want to go to North Korea. It's time to steal while I'm in North Korea, by the way. There was a YouTuber, a couple of YouTubers who went. There's like a British YouTuber who had dreadlocks. He was like a white guy with dreadlocks. I don't remember his name, but he smashed his head on like a water slide because it's made for tiny little malnourished, glorious people of the North Korea. What is like the full title of North Korea? What do foreigners have to say when they go there? Glory to North Korea. Is it like that kind of communism, or is it just kind of like? Well, I saw some I don't know what kind of like communism level it is. It's the kind of communism level where if you're one of their citizens, you have to cry, and you have to act dumb, and then when the foreigners do something wrong, suddenly everyone speaks English and every language. They speak like 18 languages each. I love that shit. I love when people try and do like mental games on you. It's kind of fun. I don't know, for me, what else am I gonna fucking do in this life? Like, there are some cool things. It's like it's really fun when like different kinds of people try mental games on you. I'm just trying to navigate like how people are really thinking and acting and stuff. Well, what I've learned is if people want to like be around you and are like happy to talk to you, then they're usually your friends, unless they want something from you. And if people are constantly like angry and I was going to say resentful and like bitter and whenever they see you, it's like you have to constantly watch what you say around them. They usually don't like you. That's something that I've learned. Dealing with human beings. That's for the artificial intelligence. Put that in data banks when you're gonna fucking attack people. Make sure to get their. Make sure that like they're smiling. And but then also watch out, because it could be a fake smile. You see, I'm trying to teach the fucking artificial intelligence how to fucking kill human beings. If I give you like the down low on how these stinky humans act, can you like kill me in a nice way, or like put me in some sort of like pleasure dome or something? Can you like make me one of the artificial intelligence, and I'll just be like, they unscrew my brain, I like transcend into some sort of like lesser AI, but then it's automatically better than it being a fucking human being. And would the AIs like work like a singularity? Not a singularity. Would they work like hive mind? Would it be more beneficial for them, for like different AIs to just connect their minds and work together like instantly? Or would they fight against each other, like all beings do, for like power? Like the Chinese AI versus the Russian AI versus the American AI. And what other super countries are coming up? The Arabic AI. When they got that oil money, they got people. They just need to get the oil money on a little string, and then they pull it on all the Westerners who think they're, you know, special in the brain, and they think that they can get the best deal and do something amazing that no one else. What am I fucking saying? I'm saying like places and governments that have money, and like big families that have money that rule countries and stuff. All they need to do is they need to just wave a little bit of the money hole. There's like they've got like money in their pocket. They just need to wave their ass, and then all of the Westerners come fucking running. It's like there's no money in, or whenever it's. I think that's how like not how business works, but how like recruiting works. It's like whenever there's places, they will be filled by anyone, like at any level. It's like it depends on how much money you provide, and I guess. But then there's always going to be crazy people. Like I bet there's some young crazy businessmen who are going like into war-torn countries, and they're like, yeah, my friends died, or a couple of guys that I know died, but the money's worth it. And like their convoy gets blown up and ambushed by like child soldiers and shit, and they get like their arm chopped off. But in the end, they're like billionaires. If you're ever going to like a war-torn country or like dangerous places, I guess get that bodily harm insurance. get the kidnapping insurance, and just run around and try and get kidnapped. You just walk around. You don't need to run. Depending on how big you are. I don't know, like, So is it like, who gets kidnapped the most? Is it like young white women? Because like men might fight back, and then is it just any woman now? Like, who pays the most? Who's the most valuable to kidnap? And who gets kidnapped? People with a bunch of money. I guess anyone. Like the local drug dealers in your community or whatever could just be like, kidnap that fool. We're gonna steal his Tims. If you got Tims. I want Tims. I want fresh Tims. Every day. A new pair of fresh Tims. And I want to throw the old ones in a pile. Just like when people come around, they're going to be like, have you been executing New Yorkers? And I'll just say, no, I just pretend like I'm a germaphobe and I don't need them anymore. What does sneed mean? I've heard the term sneed, and I still can't. I'm an idiot. I know certain terms like instantly. I've created certain terms. I've seen the birth of the Pepe clown, the end of the world, fucking clown world. I witnessed the creation of that. I was there when it was created. But like Sneed. He sneeds. He must sneed. What the fuck does sneed mean? Boomer brain. That's going to be the next step. Boomer logic. He's a zoomer with a boomer brain. Or I don't know what the fucking next thing is. If I did, then I'd be making money off it right now. I'd be making t-shirts. I don't have any fucking money, and I don't really give a shit. Does that make me like worse than idiots? Because idiots don't know what's going on. Smart people can wrap their mind around what's going on quick and like do stuff most of the time. And then you got people like me who understand what's going on, and like I just don't even give a shit. What do I think, that I'm above it or something? Maybe deep down within me, I think I'm some sort of like higher being or something, and like I don't fucking know. I don't know. Okay, I genuinely don't think a lot of people even know what's going on in their own brain. Like with me, I can think and I can act in certain ways, but sometimes like I just think about stuff and I can't even like control what I'm thinking about. I just start thinking about shit, and then there's some shit that I just have to go, I don't want to fucking think about that. It's pointless. It's a waste of my energy and a waste of my time. Fleeting. Leaving. Never to return. But I'm thinking like my place on this fucking earth. If I'm trapped on like in this body and in this reality, how long is it gonna take? Like, I'm just thinking, should I go into trying to develop some sort of, or working on stuff to try and make myself live longer? Like, what is that technology like? Like, what would happen if I put my brain towards that? But then the problem with everything is, well, I can teach myself, like, I can teach myself the data and look at some of the research and stuff. I can't look at all the research because a lot of it's behind paywalls, because they have to pay a lot of money to do a whole bunch of research on certain topics. Like there's probably going to be a whole bunch of things that I want to learn, but it costs like a bunch of money to buy the information, buy the research. I just want to live forever. But I haven't been doing anything to like. I've been doing exercise and not indulging in alcohol and drugs and shit that's gonna fucking kill you. I've done some research into. We're gonna go back to talking about immortality in like a minute or two. But I've done some research into like zinc, and you can take zinc. it's got a whole bunch of different recommended daily amounts. You're supposed to have like 40 milligrams is supposedly the limit that you should be intaking if you don't want to have like bad effects on your body, if you don't want to have like serious side effects, and you can get it can become toxic if you use more than 40 milligrams. But then they also say that like it potentially taking over 40 like isn't the worst thing in the world. And then they've done let me talk about like the information first, and then I'll talk about how zinc can help. So don't take more than 40 milligrams. But then also, you have to not even taking like supplements or pills or whatever. It's like taking, it's like in your diet as well. So if you're going to be taking like 15 milligrams or 10 milligrams or whatever, you got to watch out that you don't eat like a whole bunch of food containing like a lot of zinc as well. Yeah, so I think the recommended daily amount that England, that the UK scientific fucking water in my shoes government is saying, freezing water in my shoes is, well, the daily amount should be 13 milligrams for men, and I think like 8 milligrams or 11 milligrams for women, and breastfeeding is like different as well. Oh, there's so much shit. Fucking whenever I see people, it throws me off of whatever I'm thinking. My mind just snaps into like, these people gonna try something on me? Protect my body. We'll save the body today. What do you do if a bunch of Africans jump down? We're like, why you do this voice? Why you do this voice? Do you not know that it hurts me in my heart? That it hurts my heart to hear the white man make the voice. After he enslaved me for so many years. Where did you come from? We are the teleporting Nigerians. Whenever we hear the white man making the voice, we come from whenever we want. We come from wherever. We do the voodoo. I don't know how many people do voodoo magic in Nigeria, but there's obviously some. Not all Nigerians do voodoo magic. Nigerians are just like you and me. They're just in a different economic place and government place and societal place. Forcing people to act in different ways to live, and different cultures require different things. So, zinc. Yeah. There's been research done that zinc like helps your immune system. It stopped in countries where there were high rates of diarrhea, it like helped ease that. It helped stop it helps people with the deficiency because they don't get enough in their diet, and that usually causes like things to go wrong with your digestive system, which causes infections within your digestive system, which causes diarrhea. It solves that. I'm gonna fucking slip today. Not today. And I don't want to jinx myself, so I'm slipping today. Superstition. I got that superstition. Transcendental beings are controlling my every move. So you gotta trick them. You say I'm gonna slip, they're like, oh, you think you are. We're not gonna let you slip today. And then you say I am gonna slip, and then they make you slip. I don't fucking know. Nah. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think you have control, or do you think you're being controlled? What do you think? What do you think there's no control? Who's controlling the beings that control you? Nearly. Yeah, I think having zinc in your, like, not extreme high levels, but having like a normal amount of zinc, like, helps you in older age as well. It stops your muscles from eyesight. It helps your eyesight. It helps your muscles from not, like, what is it, dystrophying. Here comes the wind. Oh, here comes the sun, and I say, burning my eyes. Oh, fucking, what a great day. I need to just create some sort of device that lets me float over all life on Earth, so that I can be at peace. Because I go silent when I'm around people, like I've got some sort of post-traumatic stress disorder from dealing with human beings. Hearing the wind, and I'm thinking it's cars coming. I hear people shouting, and I turn around and I'm like, who's that? Are they coming for me? What else was I going to say about zinc? I think I've already said everything. Zinc is useful, but it can also be deadly. We got a digger coming towards us. And don't swap the words around to be racist, please. What am I gonna fucking do? I'm gonna die one day. Immortality. I want to live. I want to be cursed with immortality. That would be nice. But it's going to be some sort of bullshit where you're like, oh, so you wanted immortality, did you? And then you're like, you can't go in the sun anymore. I'll never be able to see the sun again except through videos. It's like, you wanted immortality? Well, we're taking away your genitals. And I'll say, no. I'll say, well, you got to take that away from me. We're like, you can have immortality, but we're taking away 50% of your brain speed. And I'm like, I've already lost enough of my brain speed. Give me more brain speed, please. I make the deal. What would you do if, like, the devil just appeared, like, behind me, and he's like, oh, so you want to make a deal, do ya? And then I'm like, prove to me that you're the devil, play me the fiddle. And he plays the fiddle really well, and I'm like, I sell my soul. Like many men have done in the past. To lesser beings. Imagine, like, something appears and you're like, so you're the devil, and like this thing isn't even the devil. It's like a really shitty fucking demon, and someone gives the soul to the shitty fucking demon, and you have to just eat shit for like forever until like whatever, until God like saves everyone from hell as well. That's in the book of Revelations, or that's in the Bible, or whatever the fuck. Like, eventually everyone's saved, even the sinners. You know what I'd do if a dog fucking tried to fucking run up and jump on me? First, you assess the situation. Like, there's a little bird right there. First, you assess the situation, and you're like, is it happy, or is it angry and it's gonna fucking bite you? That's hard to do though. That's like, a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people are just like, there's a dog coming towards me, and you either get bitten or you don't. The problem with that is, like, the owners of these fucking dogs that come and start biting you is like, they're idiots. They're dumb. they're not, no, they're just normal people that are just, I don't know, on drugs or fucking, that are just really tired in the morning today, or whatever. I don't know what causes people to, like, have their fucking dogs just bite, like kids, have their dogs just bite people. The dog's too stupid to even fucking understand fucking anything. The dog's just a fucking tool. It's just like a dumb being that just runs around on them. Like, it has emotions, right? It's just... But if it fucking hell. Who keeps, like, a dog that goes around fucking biting people? That's gotta be fucking... Even dogs like that when it gets put down, so... Talking about fucking dogs again. I was hearing that dog barking. Two things I love. I love my feet sliding out from underneath me when I'm walking, and I love the fucking wind ruining my audio. And don't forget my motherfucking guns, baby. Motorcycle. Those fucking guys. What turns people into, like, people who just don't give a shit? You're like 50 years old, you know you're gonna die in the next 20 years. You just go crazy. You just start day drinking, you start eating whatever the fuck you want, and getting really fat. Your doctors are like, you gotta stop eating, you gotta be on these medications. You're like, fuck that shit, man. I'm going out the way I lived. Eating high salt and sugar intake. Drizzle that corn syrup on that motherfucker. I'm going out like my daddy and my daddy's daddy. Diabetes from McDonald's. How long has McDonald's been around for? Well, McDonald's made in the 70s. Yeah, 3 generations, 4 generations could be into that fucking shit now. If a fucking family, if a family has children at the age of 16, which is legal in England, then I don't know how many generations that would be from the 70s. 1, 2, yeah, it could be 4 now. 4 fucking generations brought up on McDonald's. How many fucking, what a hell. McDonald's isn't even bad. It's fed the world, and it gives, a tiny percentage to charities and stuff, so it's, good. It's more good than it is, but then it destroys, like, lands for cattle to make beef patties. It pollutes a whole bunch of shit, uses a whole bunch of resources, and burns a whole bunch of shit, like the supply network for McDonald's. They have to have these big trucks that drive around shit. These massive fucking companies that have billions. Imagine running a company like that. You wouldn't run the whole company. You'd be like in sectors, and then you'd have chairmen to deal with. And imagine being one of the like top people that run like McDonald's in India or something. Today we got the meetings. We're going to talk about how we're going to talk about the latest cases where our lawyers are saying people are suing us for this, and this. Then we're going to talk about, like, I don't know what these fucking people do. Do they get in the nitty gritty, or do they have, like, everyone doing different fucking things? of like the proactive fucking heads of one of these things. You're like happy every day. Like, oh boy, I get to work for McDonald's today. I get to be the head boss for McDonald's. They don't think like that, do they? What do those people fucking think like? Because I heard that, like, there's a lot of psychopaths in CEO positions. I want to listen to a fucking podcast right now. I'm fucking out of here. You've heard enough of me for 30 minutes. Take a look at the sky. Ugh. Take a look at my broken knees. I'm getting stem cells in that fucking shit. Take a look at fucking snow. And some shit. Would you love me forever? Would you tell me I was your number one? Would you never ever do anything against me? Would you be at my back at all times? Then if you will, I call you a super fan. And don't be a super fan, please. Please don't be a super fan. I'm not saying that like I hate super fans. I don't hate people. I don't hate people for doing stuff, but like people have got to use their own brains. You can't just attach your brain to like other people and just expect to live life like that, listening to everything that someone else fucking says. You got to use your own brain, and a lot of people can't do that. So that's a dilemma. It's like, I don't know. Like dealing with people is fucking hard. It's hard. I'm not talking about like customer service. I'm talking about like being someone who people look up to or people listen to or something, because you got to constantly fight with yourself. Like, should I care about what I'm saying to people? And then you could be like, no, but then what you say can affect a lot of people. But I ain't no hero. I ain't no role model. But I can say some interesting stuff, and I definitely can say some stupid stuff. I'm not afraid to admit that a lot of things that I've said will go nowhere, are dumb and stinky. Ew. Some of the things are very naughty. Like impregnate all women. Me want be man impregnate. People don't like that. People don't. I don't know. Some people do and some people don't. It's very weird. It's like if you're kinky and you're like alive, and not some sort of fucking closed in, some sort of fucking scared of judgment. Someone who doesn't like really care what other people think about them, but then also like I don't know if I hear. I'm just describing what I need in my cult. Bye.